Lovey subbies, welcome back to my channel. So this channel is going to be drugstore and high-end. And the reason I wanted to do this video was to show everyone that you can still get the same products, whether it be higher end products versus drugstore products, and you can still achieve the exact same look. I know some of my subscribers, they are a little bit younger, so you know, they might be using their babysitting money to go and purchase, say, their first makeup kit. They don't have all that money to spend on a higher end product. So these products that I'm going to show you are products that are going to help you to basically achieve the exact same look as you would if you were to use, say, a higher end product. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Foundation brushes. I'm a sucker for brushes, love brushes. So my favorite foundation brush that I use is Sigma. You can pick this up on Sigma.com. It's the Flat Top Kabuki F80. You can pick this up for $20. Again, like I said, out on Sigma.com. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. It really packs the makeup into my skin. That way you don't see like a caked on makeup face. And then also really buffs it out great to give me no harsh lines. My favorite drugstore makeup brush then would be the e.l.f. powder brush. It's the same, a flat top. The bristles aren't as dense as the Sigma, but it still achieves the exact same look. Still helps me to, you know, push that product into my skin and really buff everything out. So my favorite higher end is the Sigma. My favorite drugstore is the e.l.f. Next would be primers. One of my favorite primers would be Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. You can pick this up at Sephora. If you were to get the bigger one, it would set you back $42. This I got, Sephora does a thing called VIB. So if you, basically it's like if you were to go to Safeway and have their Safeway Club card. Anytime you spend money there, you receive points. So I had ordered my beauty blender off of Sephora.com and had turned in some of my points. So my favorite higher end is going to be the Smashbox, and for the drugstore is going to be the Soothing Care Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. Ladies, I know it sounds crazy because this is not so, it doesn't say anything about face or primer, but this is one of the best primers out there. There's a couple other beauty gurus on YouTube that use this, and it's basically the exact same thing, I feel. The consistency also too, yeah, is the same. So for the higher end, my favorite would be Smashbox, and then for the drugstore product, again, is the Monistat Chafing Relief Gel. For concealers, my favorite concealer would be Urban Decay 24/7 Concealer Pencil. You can pick this up at Sephora, or you can pick it up at Urban Decays if you have any Urban Decays in your area. And then for the drugstore would be the Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. You guys know I have talked about this. These to me are pretty much the exact same thing. Well, they kind of are, because Hard Candy is like a sister product to Urban Decay. Urban Decay makes Hard Candy. So they both have the same consistency. They're both full coverage concealer, and they basically, they feel very nice and smooth on the skin and are very, very easy to blend out. Next is going to be foundations. I have two foundations here. I have a foundation on the lighter side of coverage, and then I have foundations on the more of a full coverage. For the lighter side is going to be Makeup Forever HD Definition. This is $40. You can pick this up at Sephora. For drugstore is going to be L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. This is $10.99. This is the third bottle that I have purchased because I adore this foundation so much. For a more full coverage foundation, is
I have
MAC.
repurchased, not this color, but
I have a lot of the Sudafix Fluid Foundation. MACs are really great full coverage foundations. Something I found comparable to that would be the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. This is very thick consistency, but it spreads out wonderful. And this would be another drugstore product. I believe this is about $13. So for a drugstore full coverage foundation, and of course the MAC full coverage foundation. So for higher end would be MAC Prep and Prime. And I will do a swatch for you. This is in Radiant Rose. And this you would just pop on the tops of your cheekbones, down your nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and then on your forehead, just to really create that highlighted look and bring those things and make them more prominent and bring them forward. The drugstore, I feel comparable to that, is going to be the new Instant Age Rewind. And I used this on the last video that I just did, and this is the Brighter and Illuminator, and you can see that there really is not much of a difference in those two. This is the fourth one of these that I have purchased because I do like this. For eyelid primers, on the higher end, my favorite is going to be the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I like to not only use this on my eyelids, but I use it on my eyebrows before I draw them on and fill them in. They help my eyebrows just to stay on a little bit longer so I don't be walking around funky with one all messed up and the other one looking pretty. For the same thing would be the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. You can pick this up again at Target or elf.com, and you can pick this up for $1. For eyebrow pencils, hands down, the best eyebrow pencil and eyebrow products that you can get on the higher end market would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have this eyebrow thing, and the one I like about this is the Perfect Brow Pencil, and it comes with a spoolie. I prefer the spoolies more than on the next one that I'm going to show you, but for higher end Anastasia Beverly Hills. For the drugstore end that I use would be the Maybelline New York Define-A-Brow. This one is my fifth one that I have purchased, and it's just very, very skinny and very precise to get into there and really do a defined line. I can say the only bad downfall to this is if you're not careful with it, the top just keeps on breaking off. So you have to have a really light hand with this one. Alright, for highlighters, now I know I just showed you a cream highlighter, but these are going to be the powder highlighters. So for this one right here is NARS Albatros, and this is actually the highlighter that Kim Kardashian's makeup artist uses. So it's like this, and you're going to just, what you do is take this and set your cream highlighter that you just did. For the exact same thing, for $3 you can get the e.l.f. Gotta Glow. Let me put these two side by side. And you can't really, this one has more of a, or this one right here has more of a yellow base, whereas this is more like silvery, but for the most part, bring it back, you can't really tell the difference. For contouring, I like the NARS Casino. Now you can get this in a pack that comes with a contour and a blush, and it's going to be the NARS Casino, which is this, and then it's going to have the Orgasm by NARS, which is going to be next to it. So this right here is what I do for my contour right here. On the drugstore, I use the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder. And so remember how I told you about the NARS one, how they have the same, where they have the contouring and then they have the blush. It's pretty much the same thing. So if you don't want to get the NARS, you can go ahead and get the e.l.f. and this one I believe was $3 or $6. The one nice thing about e.l.f. products is they produce a high-end makeup for a very affordable price. So you could go on elf.com and spend $100 and, not even joking, get a ton of makeup. For blushes, in the summertime, I like to have more of like a pinky toned blush. So I use the NARS Gaiety, I believe it's called. And for my lower end, I use the e.l.f. Pink Passion. So again, they're pretty comparable, you know. So again, you have, this is the higher end, this is the lower end. You're going to achieve the exact same thing. Last but not least, eyelashes. I used to be great at putting eyelashes on, but I don't know what happened. I cannot put eyelashes on to save the life for me. I just can't do it anymore. So I have a lot of eyelashes, but for higher end eyelashes, I really like the Urban Decays. But for more than half the price, Ardell lashes are perfect. These ones are my favorite. These are the 105s. They look kind of crazy, but these are one of the most natural looking eyelashes out there. These are really great. They stay on good. So when I'm going out with the girls or, you know, want to be a little bit more girly, I will use these ones. So again, my favorite for high-end would be Urban Decay. Drugstore would be Ardell's. So that is pretty much it for my favorite drugstores versus higher end. I hope that this shows you guys that, again, you can achieve the exact same look with a drugstore as you could with a higher end. Everyone just likes things different, so to each their own. But yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope this video was very helpful for you. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to comment down below, and let me...
My oh my, you're so good looking.